Om. In this video, I'm going to show you the numerology behind this $29 billion pay package awarded to Elon Musk 10 hours ago at the time of recording this video is when this was announced. I just saw this headline and I said, let me go look at the numerology and see what's going on. And what I found was actually incredible. So this is Elon Musk's euros for the year. This is Destiny rows or euros, and we're going to dive into that in a moment. But first, let's take a look at the bigger numbers here. Number one, it's a 9 Destiny rhythm that he's in right now. At the age of 54, his 54th year, in a 9 universal year. That's 999. If you go on to read this article, you'll see that he's been having some sort of delays and obstacles and some sort of legal problems getting this money. And it just so happened to manifest now in this year. So these problems came to a completion now, and we're going to see why in August. There's several reasons. Let's jump right into this. So here's the main energies within the August. These are the main themes. This is the sub-themes within August. So let's start with 14.5. 14.5 is one of the number one numbers associated with billionaires because it's a number about receiving quick money. It's a good cash flow money number. And you'll see that this is not a normal 14.5. This is part of a 53.5. Here's the 5, here's the 3, and here's the 8. 538. 358 and 538 is called the money triad in Chaldean numerology, and we're going to see how this directly connects also in Elon's chart in a moment. First, it's also worth noting that this 14.5 is triply powerful. It's at the conclusion of a 59-14.5 and the beginning of a 59-14.5. All three of these 14.5s are converged on this point. Next number that's interesting, of course, we have the 8 we've talked about, which is tied into this money triad. And then we have the 17.8, 14.5, 15.6. All these are going to be relevant in Elon's chart, which we'll see in a moment, and this 82.10 comes into play as well. But first, the 17.8. This also, by the way, is a 17.8. This number is highly relevant, and you can see it's bold for a reason. These numbers are very, very important, part of the main energies for what's manifesting within this. This 17.8 is connected to this 17.8, which is a culmination. So it's a double 17.8. And 17.8 is a number of money, and 17.8 is probably, if not the luckiest of the number 8s. It's a very lucky money number as well. Again, the 14.5 connected to this 5.9, 14.5. Interesting, also notable here is we have the 5.49, and we look at Elon's age for the year is 54. And lastly, we have this 15.6, which is backed up by this 15.6, which is backed up by this 15.6. By the way, you can see all the 14.5s coming down the column here as well. 15.6 is a really good number for receiving favors, and particularly for material gains. Also plays a role in this, and now we're going to go dive into Elon's chart where this starts to sync up. Here's Elon's chart. Now, while I was looking at this chart, and I don't have any notes, I was just looking at this, I just saw this and I made this video right away. A little voice whispered in my ear, you need to look at his full name. I said, okay, let me see. Here's Elon's full name, Elon Reeve Musk, FRS. That's what I was missing. And once you see that chart, everything syncs up. Here's his full name chart with FRS included. And there's the 17.8. Now, back to the question, why did it happen in August? Because the 14.5's also here, the 17.8's here as well. This is in June, the 14.5. But why August? Well, let's see. Day, month, year. This is the current day of the recording this video. What's most important is this right here. A universal 9-year. August is the 8th month, which also plays a role in the number 8 success symmetry. But look at the universal month theme is the 17.8. Why is that important? Well, first, it's the August month is 8, but look at this name. 17.8. There it is. The name expression has a major role in the destiny because your birthday potentials is the potential, but how that potential manifests into the world is through the name. So, for example, I just did a case study on a woman who had a name change that triggered a heart attack, which is on my Substack at Almra. And her life expression also had a direct correlation to when that heart attack happened. So there's your 17.8. Which happens to sync up also with the Dharma line or the major theme of the universal 9-year and an 8-month and the 17.8 line there. Okay, now here's the 82. This is the start to look here at the outer manifestation of the destiny potential. And remember the 82 right here, starting in August 8210. This is a major theme beginning in August, concluding in October. And it's the 8 period within that, which is a 17.8. the money time. There's the 82, and within that 82 period, there's the 29. Elon Musk just so happened to be worth not 28, not 30, but $29 billion. Very interesting. That syncs up perfectly with the outer manifestation potential of his name. This is based on the consonants. And then look at this, the 15-6, hiding in the background, because the vocation chart, the vowels, is sort of the energy that's behind in the background, just like it shows up in his Destiny Rose. The 15-6, 15-6, 15-6 in the background. How interesting. Okay, but there's more. So first of all, look at this. This is, in Chaldean numerology, this spot in your name chart is associated with your cash flow. And what does Elon have here with this new name? 358, the money triad, which is directly synced up again with this 538 here. Now, let's look at Tesla. What's interesting about Tesla? First of all, I want to draw your attention, this 17.8 and 15.6, that creates this 14.5 is an 86 14.5. Look at Tesla. Founded in July of a universal 5-year, 2003, on the first day. This is the essence chart. The outer success code is a 17.8. The inner expression is the 15.6, which creates an 86 14.5 center here, which just so happens to sync up with this energy right here, the energy behind the scenes. Of course, you can see the 14.5 casually being included in also this cash flow, a very, very auspicious energy to have included there, which is also reflected here as well. So without making this video too long, this is a very brief but very profound and provocative analysis of how the numerology, and specifically Elon's name, helped to facilitate when he got this money. And the name, again, is how your potentials from your name chart manifest into the world. So if you're somebody who is already investing in themselves, you're putting in the work, a name change or name alteration is the edge you need that will take you to the next level. If you're somebody who's launching programs and products and services, somebody who wants to found a new company, found a trust or a bank account, you can also use this technology to find particular dates and then pair those dates with names that will manifest the best of those dates. Like Coca-Cola, probably the best case study I've ever seen of how picking the right date with the right name can manifest extraordinary results. The date, the year that they founded that company, for example, to get that energy in that position again is not even available until the year 2705. Somebody was paying attention, and the name Coca-Cola pulled that energy out. And if you want to see more about that, that's on my Substack as well. I have an awesome case study where I walk you through the charts and how that works. So make sure to go to my Substack at substack.com at Aumra, AAUMMRA, where you can look at my case studies and education. My website, AAUMMRA, for those interested in working with me, getting readings or services. If you're someone who's interested in doing the name change or business numerology, you can email me directly and set up a consultation call. That's AAUMMRA@gmail.com. Okay, that's all for this video. Wishing you the best. Happy manifesting. God bless.